Sam. Do you, think I was wrong not to go to Jake's memorial service?
I don't know what to tell you, Jason. I mean, that's really not for me or anyone else to judge.
Michael was there. And I hope that helped, you know. All the people who love Jake coming together, talking about him, remembering him. Maybe it gave Michael a new perspective on life.
What, are you still afraid that Michael wants to be in the business?
I don't want him to throw his life away.
Is that how you feel, Jason? Do you feel like you threw your life away by going to work for Sonny?
What happened?
Never mind, you have to do something. Michael has a gun, and he's gone after Brandon.
You don't get to stalk her, you don't get to talk to her, and you sure as hell don't get to knock her around anymore. And I'm gonna make sure that never happens.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that? You gonna kill me? You gonna maim me? Well, way to blow it with Abby, because
You're
she'll never
making this
forgive you.
way too easy.
You still don't get it, do you? Abby is done with you. Why do you think she dropped the rape charges against me? She wants me back.
I think he needed a gun.
Brandon got hooked up with some lawyer who released him on bail. They were threatening to take the case to trial.
You saw Brandon?
Michael and I. He showed up out of nowhere like he always does. Brandon said that his lawyer would argue that Michael attacked him without provocation. They will put Michael on the stand, and they are going to bring up the fact that he's on parole and send him back to prison.
So you dropped the attempted rape charges?
I had to. There's no way I'm going to let him go back to that hellhole because he defended me.
I need you to calm down, okay?
I know he just showed up. Sam, I thought it was Michael in the air when he just started telling me that we needed to be together.
So what happened? You told Brandon to go away, he picked you up, and then Michael went and got the gun, yeah?
I'm afraid he's going to use it.
How many kinds of loser are you, huh? First, you're too thick to realize that Abby kicked you to the curb. What, now the picture's a little clearer? Your nut job solution is to kill me?
You don't deserve to live. You hit Abby today.
Yeah, because she likes it.
What'd you just say?
Pay attention, idiot. You might just learn something. You see, some women actually get off on being slapped around. Makes the sex hotter. Abby's one of them. But when she comes crawling down off that ceiling, she feels dirty. So she goes and finds some loser like yourself to have pity sex with so she can feel better about herself. Trust me, pal. You ain't the first. Hey, you keep waving that thing around, I'll add a weapons charge. And you'll be back to Penton.
And Abby will never have to think about you again. For an idiot like me, the trade-off is totally worth it.
I screwed up. How? I thought I was protecting him, but I think I provoked him into murder.
Michael is not a killer.
Sam, he was really mad if Michael finds Brandon right now.
Jason, we'll get there in time. Stop.
It all changed so fast. Michael and I were happy. We made love for the first time. And it was great. You know, and then we went out for lattes. Michael wanted to buy me a present. So we were just teasing each other back and forth, and then suddenly Brandon appeared. Started threatening Michael, threatening Dante.
Dante, huh?
According to Brandon's new version of the way things happened. I mean, after Michael attacked him for no reason, his cop brother came in and covered everything up. After which, then Michael's rich parents paid me off to lie. How was I ever with this man? What does that say about myself?
Don't do that. We all make bad choices. It's called living and learning, okay?
This is a nightmare.
Trust me, Jason's gonna take care of this. He's gonna make sure nothing happens to Michael.
When Abby dropped the charges against you, she gave you a chance to walk away with your life. You choose to hit her. Sorry, who's the idiot?
You're not gonna pull that trigger. You don't have the guts. You're just a weak little bitch who picked up more than he could handle in a strip club one night.
You son of a...
Get out of here.
Listen to me. Abby belongs to me. You keep your lapdog away from us. Or else next time I'll make him eat that gun.
What the hell was that? We're not talking about it here. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I am glad you're back.
Got there just in time. Where's Abby?
She went back to her apartment in case Michael showed up.
Okay, how'd you get one of my guns?
I came in and no one was here, I took it.
Okay, well, that answers my next question. Obviously, you knew you were wrong or you would have asked me.
Why would I ask you so you say no? Look, Brandon is an abusive pig who treats Abby like his own personal punching bag. Now, thanks to the system, he's out on the streets. There's no way I was gonna leave Abby unprotected.
Okay, but you know what? As soon as you found out he was out, you should have come to me, Michael.
Look, I couldn't. But you're dealing with Jake. Look, and this isn't even your problem to solve. Brandon is all mine. He's my problem to solve.
You know what? I'm not going to take the gun away from you. You just go out and get another one. So I'm asking, no, you know what? I'm begging you to make the right choice on your own. You get pulled over, you get picked up by the cops, they find that gun, you're going straight back. You know that. You do anything to Brandon at all, it's going to be the same result.
I will take my chance if it keeps Abby from being beaten or raped.
Look, nobody blames you for wanting to protect Abby. But nobody, especially Abby, wants to see you go back to jail.
Michael, this is what I've been telling you about thinking before you react. You got to think about things. Think about your mother. How's she going to feel if you go back to prison? You got to think about your dad and your brother and your sisters.
Okay, look, I understand where you're coming from, but you don't understand me. You've never been helpless like I was with Carter, the way that Abby was with Brandon in the alley. Look, it is an awful feeling, Jason, to know the person who wants to hurt you has all the power. Look, I will not let Abby ever feel that way again. End of discussion.
You gonna go after him?
I can't. But I can't. I can't stop him from what he needs to do. I mean, I can tell him all day he's going to protect Abby. I have to remove the problem.
Wait a minute. Jason!
Okay, Abby, Brandon can't hurt you anymore, okay?
I should have never dropped the charges. I can't believe how stupid I was.
Hey, you weren't being stupid. You're just trusting a little too much.
Yeah, you're really okay?
Yeah, I really am. Okay.
God, we need to keep it that way. Okay, I promised myself when we first got together that I was going to be a good thing in your life. And when I wasn't anymore, you know, Warrior, you needed to move on. I would wish you well and just let you go. And I intend on keeping that promise. But here's the catch. We just got started. And I really am not ready to let you go.
Hey, that is a good thing.
Yeah, but not if you're back in prison. I need you to help me stay in this thing.
Okay. Tell me how.
I need you to promise to just leave Brandon alone.
Did you find Michael?
I didn't see him. And I started thinking about the hypocrisy of it all and how if I was in Michael's position, I would do the exact same thing.
Do you really think that Michael could kill Brandon?
I don't really have to think it, Sam. I saw it. You know, when I found Michael in the alley, his body language said it all. He had made the decision to pull the trigger. If I would have showed up 10 seconds later, doesn't matter. It's not going to be a next time.
I don't know, Jason. Maybe there will be a next time. If not with Brandon, then with someone else.
What are you saying?
What do you mean, what am I saying? Michael's instincts to protect the women he loves runs really deep. He's already proven that he's going to resort to violence to keep them safe. He did it with Claudia. Now Brandon, that doesn't just disappear. You're going to be cleaning up after his mess for the rest of your life.
I told Michael, after Jake's service, the best thing he can do for me is just live his life. And Sam, I felt like I was actually getting through to him, so if I could just get him through these next few months.
What, Jason? What's going to change?
Well, I just feel that he needs to know what power is. He had no power at all in prison. And if we could just work through that, you know, he might be open to some other options.
What are you going to have to do? You're going to have to remove all the obstacles?
I'm going to do whatever is necessary. I'm going to make sure Michael gets his chance at a decent future.
We don't need to keep talking about Brandon. All right, I told you he's a non-issue.
I'm so sorry, Michael.
Stop apologizing, okay? You didn't do anything wrong.
Are you kidding? God, you're in this position because I made a mess of my life by being involved with Brandon in the first place. You should hate me.
No, I don't. I could never hate you, Abby. Look, I love you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and don't you forget that. I'll protect you with my life.
Abby Zante.
Dante.
Hey, we got a problem. Brandon's body just turned up.
His body?
Yep. Shot dead.